Welcome to another edition of Tom Brady being the luckiest athlete of all time. Today we're doing a deep dive on the infamous tuck rule game against the Oakland Raiders to send the Patriots to the AFC Championship and eventually the Super Bowl. Let's get into it. Tom Brady drops back, Woodson bearing down on a blitz. Let's see how the greatest, the GOAT, the best quarterback of all time, 7 rings, handles the pressure. He craps himself, goes to tuck the ball back into his chest because no one's open, and he fumbles the ball to lose the game.
Lost the football. It's on the ground.
Recovered by the Raiders. Amazing. But don't take it from me. Let's hear what Bill Belichick has to say about this.
By the Raiders.
Tom should have read that and gotten rid of the ball.
Tom should have read that and gotten rid of the ball.
Greatest quarterback of all time. Doesn't know what he's doing. Alright, here's the angle where it is undisputably a fumble, and the insanity of the tuck rule makes no sense. We will get into the tuck rule. I'll put it up on the screen here in a moment. Here comes Woodson on the blitz. Here's Brady bringing the ball back to his chest. Okay, he's now no longer throwing the ball. Sucks it into his chest. Okay, he now has 2 hands on the ball right here. All right, whatever forward motion he had, he has now stopped. He has full control of the ball. It does not slip out of his hand. Woodson then comes in and strips the ball out for a fumble. All right, so the reason the tuck rule existed at this time was so that quarterbacks who were either throwing a shovel pass or a short pass, who then started to bring the ball back into their chest, if it at that point while they were still in the throwing motion, the ball slips out of their hand, they didn't want the referees to have to worry about whether or not it was a forward pass or a fumble. So it was just a forward pass if it slips out of the quarterback's hand. The ball never slips out of Brady's hand. He brings it back into his chest with 2 hands control, and then it's stripped and he fumbles. I don't understand how this ever happened. Everyone knew it was a fumble except for this guy. Alright, so here's the rule. Like I was talking about, any intentional forward movement of the arm starts the forward pass, and that doesn't end until it comes back and's been tucked into the body. So if he loses possession at any point before he's tucked the ball, it's a fumble. He brings the ball back to his hand, back to his body with 2 hands. Like, from this angle, I just don't understand. Like, it's back into his body, and then it gets knocked out by the defensive player. The point, like I said, the point of this rule was so that, the referee didn't have to judge whether the forward pass was intentional or it slipped out of his hands. But this isn't an issue of the ball slipping out of his hands. It's an issue of the defender taking the ball from the man. But this was basically the beginning of Tom Brady activating the horseshoe in his butt, and just the insane dynasty that would follow on the back of just an immense amount of luck pouring out of Tom Brady's butthole. There goes Gruden, absolutely losing his mind, not feeling nicey at all. And then, now keep in mind, Patriots are down 10-13 in this absolutely slop of a game here. Excuse me. Here comes Vinatieri for the field goal to go into overtime, and somehow makes his kick. Like, that's the more miraculous part of this. Tom Brady doesn't come out here and kick this ball 45 yards in the snow. Like, that's insane. So he drills that kick. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that's not the end of the game. It's tied. It goes to overtime. And this is where Tom Brady really shines. This is where he's at his absolute best GOAT status. Patriots get it. All right, now that's the tuck rule. We've gotten past the hard part, folks. Tom Brady insanely lucky, fumbled the ball to lose the game. Raiders should be moving on to the next round, but it's now overtime. Let's see what Tom Brady's greatness does here. I'm sure he's about to just throw darts all up and down the field here to get them into position to win this game. Tom Brady steps back, an absolute piss missile. Oh wait, that was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And Redmond stops short. Oh no, Redmond goes for 22 yards. The Patriots are basically already in field goal position. All right, let's see Brady dice up this defense here. And he hands it off. And this no-name gets 12 yards. And oh, they're in field goal position. For some reason, Gruden calls a timeout to ice Vinatieri, which gives their entire offensive line time to come out and clear the snow on the ground. And you can even hear the announcers talking about it.
When you get ice, does it bother you when they do that? And they go, no. They love it.
They love it. They love getting ice so that they can shovel snow away from this spot. And Vinatieri's already made a, whatever it was, a 45-yarder in the snow, so this one should be an absolute chip shot. Bink, and that's the game. Tom Brady, an absolute GOAT.
I have a pick.
And here's, I feel bad for John Gruden that he's on the end of this BS lucky garbage.
Picture of Brady with the ball down here around his chest.
Ball down there, right around his chest. He's got two hands on the ball.
Right where Woodson dislodged the ball.
How is this a forward pass, forward motion? He's got two hands on the ball.
And I wrote on there, it was a fumble, exclamation point, John Gruden. And I gave it to Mr. Kraft. And
feel so bad for Gruden.
It started their dynasty. It sure helped them.
Huh, it started their dynasty. You mean it wasn't Tom Brady doing awesome stuff and being good at football? No, it was Tom Brady getting extremely lucky.